Can we please stop serving? Service should please be stopped for the time being. Just as we get ready to kickstart this program, please, caterers, please, service should be stopped for now. Would like to welcome and announce the arrival of the incoming Speaker of the House of Representatives by the special grace of God, the Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi, member representing Pangshin Kenke Kanam Federal Constituency of Plateau State. Would like to welcome you and other distinguished members and honorable members elect. We also have with us Raj Ibrahim Mutibo, a veteran journalist and a stalwart of the All Progressives Congress. We appreciate your presence here, just as we also appreciate the presence of Major General Abubakar Tarfa. I was actually running through this list before the announcement was made about moving to the Holden Room. So we appreciate your presence. We appreciate the presence of Professor Al-Hassan Mohammed Ghani. I've mentioned you already. We appreciate the presence of Senator-elect Diket Plan, distinguished Senator-elect Plateau Central. Welcome. Barrister Bala Bako, former Deputy Chief of Staff, Plateau State Government House. We thank you for coming. Professor Saleh Mohammed Galadima, Federal Commissioner, Hyperdeck. We welcome you. Honorable Abdul Yanga, member, Plateau State House of Assembly, welcome. Mr. Bonkam Wiep, DG plus MEDA, Plateau State, we welcome you. Honorable Alice Dimlong, women leader, APC, Plateau State. Honorable Sadat M. Garga, former member, Plateau State House of Assembly. Alhaji Yahya M. Kega, Chairman, Zango Consultative Forum. Honorable Nazifi Ahmed, former Commissioner Transport, Plateau State. Alhaji Ibrahim Saleh Hassan, Alhaji Bala Adamu, Secretary, Zango Consultative Forum. Can we give all our distinguished guests thus far recognized and members-elect a big round of applause, please? Please would like that all our guests and members-elect that are meant to be part of this event take your seats in readiness for the commencement of the programs of event in earnest. If we settle down, would like to get these events started. Can we stop serving for now, please? They're not listening. I've announced and announced again. With the presence and the arrival of the man in the eyes of the storm, the man whose invitation has brought all of us here together, I think it is pertinent that we get these events started at this material time. If I have the nod from the incoming speaker to get the event started, we will do that. But please, can we stop serving food at this point? Ushers, can you please do us a favor, speak to the caterers to ensure that food be stopped. Serving of food at this point be stopped forthwith, please. We've done quite a good number of recognitions, but that is not exhaustive. So, please can we now shut all the doors? Can we shut the doors, please? The bouncers. Please, can you help me shut that door? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Can you help me shut this door, sir? The bouncers, please shut the doors because the noise coming from the food arena is unbearable for us. Thank you. Please get ready with the national anthem. May I also, because we want to have a seamless event, may I also crave an indulgence to please be reminded of the need to put your phones in silent mode. Please. Can we just put our phones in silent mode and make sure you have them close to you and your valuables? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, stands a better chance to become the next speaker of the 10th National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi, member representing Pangshin Kanke Ganam Federal Constituency. Please, can we give him a very resounding applause just as we get ready to get these events started. May I, at this point, then please crave an indulgence that we please all rise and pledge our loyalty to Nigeria by way of taking the national anthem, and the second stanza will be our national prayer. O God of creation, direct our noble course, guide our leaders right, help our youthful chiefs to know, in love and honesty to grow, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen and amen. Please be seated as you put your hands together for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much. The hosts and convener of this very important event, the Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi, and by the grace of God, the incoming Speaker of the House of Representatives, 10th National Assembly. Principal officers of the House of Representatives here present, honorable members here present, Senator-elect from Plateau State here present, APC party chairman and women leaders from the various constituencies of Nigeria, and great supporters of Honorable Gagdi, especially those of you at the gallery. We welcome all of you. Invited members of the various support groups of the All Progressives Congress, members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. This event this morning has already been introduced by virtue of the program of events that you have with you. This. It tells us what we are seated here for, and that Honorable Gagdi has invited you here this morning as one amongst you that is vying for the office of the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives. Ladies and gentlemen, please, for the fact that you are all here to support him, I'd like that you give yourselves a very big round of applause. Honorable Gagdi needs no introduction, but for those of you that do not know, Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi. Yusuf Adamu Gagdi is an amiable colleague of yours. He is dogged. He is a party loyalist. He is reliable, dependable, sociable, strong in character, yet very unassuming, detribalized, honest, patriotic, a pan-Nigerian, a team player. He is ebullient, he is tolerant, understanding, and yet very accommodating. That is Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi for you. And to welcome us most profoundly to this event this morning, it is my honor and privilege to invite a Director, Legislative Engagement from the Gagdi Campaign Organization, Honorable Inalego HMB, to please come forward with the welcome remarks. Honorable Inalego HMB, if you are anywhere in the hall. I've just been told that that welcome remarks has been assigned to the senator-elect from Plateau Central, and would like that we invite him with a very resounding applause. Distinguished Senator-elect, let's please welcome distinguished Senator-elect Diket Plang, representing Plateau Central, to come for the welcome remarks. Please come up with that. We can do better with that round of applause for distinguished Senator-elect.
Members of the National Assembly that are here, members of our dear brother, Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi's campaign team, party, particularly APC party officials that are here, elders of the party, patriotic Nigerians that are here, our beloved parents from Plateau that are here, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the press, good morning. On behalf of our beloved son, in whom we are very pleased, in whom we are very proud, and on behalf of the campaign team and our dear parents on the plateau and patriotic Nigerians that are here, I welcome us all to this rare, very important, people-oriented occasion. I, on behalf of us, particularly our son, Gagdi, who has demonstrated capacity, has demonstrated courage, the adjectives used on Gagdi today are real and very true. We are happy to have us all here in this hall to support the move by him to be, by God's grace, the next Speaker of the 10th National Assembly. I want to assure you that this young gentleman has a strong will, very, very visionary, very considerate. He does not forget about where he originates from. And therefore, those of you that are in his team, pursuing this dream of him to be our speaker, you are on the right path, and you will never regret it. Gagdi stands for representation. The achievement of this young man on the plateau is unprecedented. Unprecedented. I mean unprecedented. This is someone who believes in humanity, not tribe. Who believes in humanity, not religion, although he fears God, but he treats all equal. The dividend of democracy that the people of Pangshin Kanke Kanam have seen during his period is unparalleled. And I assure you that Gagdi, if given an office, if you put Gagdi, Chairman, House Committee on Adult Education, you will find results. He is the office, not the office. And therefore, giving any position, he is an activity-oriented personality. And on this note, all of us on the plateau believe in him, and we thank you that are with him on this program. I welcome us all. I wish us God's grace. I wish us God's favor on this trip. And I assure you, by the time this is actualized, Nigerians will know that they have a speaker. You're welcome, and may God bless us. Thank you once more. Very grateful.
You will agree with me that the senator-elect that you've just invited to speak must have spoken the minds of very many House of Representatives and members-elect that are seated here. If he has spoken your mind, can we then give him yet another resounding applause? I thank you very much. And moving on very quickly, would like to take some few Goodwill messages. And these Goodwill messages are in no particular order. But remember that before Benue State was created, out of Benue Plateau in 1976, it used to be called Benue Plateau. And that cord, that umbilical cord that bound Benue and Plateau together, despite that there is Nasara, which was also part of the old Plateau, and Plateau, Benue Plateau, I beg your pardon, is still here. And so we have a member from Benue State, member-elect, Honorable-elect Tese Ubo, representing Kwande Ushongo Federal Constituency, Benue State, to blaze the trail with his Goodwill message. Please, can we welcome him with a resounding applause as he makes his way here? And I also want to plead with you, because of time, please stand on the already established protocol. I thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As introduced, my name is Honorable Tese Ugbo. I'm from Kwande Oshongo Federal Constituency of Benue State. We're here today to support our brother, our friend, our comrade, and our colleague, Honorable Yusuf Gagdi, as Speaker of the 10th Assembly of the National Assembly. For we in Benue State, as just mentioned, Gagdi is a part of us. He is from the north-central Nigeria, where we had hoped, and we hope that the zoning that is being planned for the speakership of the National Assembly will be zoned to, because we passionately believe that the speakership should be zoned to the north-central. We should have a chance. But even going deeper than that, Honorable Gagdi has shown capacity, he has shown goodwill, he has shown strength as a first-term member of the 9th Assembly. He has moved 6 bills that have been passed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari. He is a young man who has done exploits for his people and has been returned to the National Assembly even though he's a Muslim from a Christian-dominated constituency. So it shows that he is someone who interacts across board, he's someone who is willing to listen, and he's someone who will make a great speaker of the 10th National Assembly. So I urge us to support him, give him all the goodwill he desires, and to back him until he achieves this great ambition. So I thank you very much, and you're rest assured that we'll stand with you in Benue State. We'll do everything possible to bring members in Benue State to support a fellow brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much. For those of you clapping, maybe it's because you understand the import and the health benefits of clapping. For those that are not clapping immediately, you would want to know the health benefits of clapping. University of Philadelphia, November 2014, did a research on clapping and came to a very, very amazing research finding that says that people who clap vigorously when it's important for them to clap live longer, healthier, youthful, wrinkles-free, and visit doctors less. Please imbibe the culture of clapping. It is important. And so moving on very quickly with the goodwill messages, I'd like to then at this point in time invite Honorable Barrister Sunday Sinasius Umehia, representing Eziago Udi Federal Constituency, Enugu State. Can we please have you join us here for your goodwill message?
My name is Honorable Barrister Sunday Siriakus Umeha. I've been elected to represent the good people of Eziagudi, Federal Constituency of Enugu State. And I am here to show solidarity, to identify with one of us in this very unique occasion. Right Honorable Gagdi is a young man, and to my best of assessment, he represents the hope, the future that Nigerians are yearning for. At the very young age of 42, Gagdi has demonstrated bravery, he has shown courage, he has shown passion, he has shown that the leadership gap we have in Nigeria, that there is a hope. And if 10th Assembly, House of Representatives, is blessed with a man like Gagdi, it means that all we've been yearning for over the years about quality leadership, about governance, that God has answered our prayer. We have other colleagues of ours who are also running for the same position. But something stands Gagdi out, and that is the fact that his campaign mantra is rooted in the principles of fairness, equity, and justice. In the course of his campaign, he was able to demonstrate these principles of leadership, and that tells me to a large extent that the people of North Central deserves a bite at the cherry. We look forward to all the actors in the zoning mantra to consider the principles of fairness, equity, and justice, so that the likes of Gagdi will have the opportunity, by the special grace of God, to lead the 10th Assembly and to give Nigerians what we are yearning for. You will remember that 2023 general election, for the first time in Nigeria, you saw the revolution, you saw the movement. Those of us who came from the platform of Labour Party, we are here on the strength of the masses. We are here with enormous responsibility. We are here because the Nigerian people have asked us that what actually is their desire is a new Nigeria. And the only way the new Nigeria can come is when we have leaders that we can hold accountable, leaders that will lead a house like House of Representatives and have effective dialogue, have effective interaction, and have a good negotiation with the executive in such a manner that we'll have the best of legislators, the best of the executive, and best of the judiciary. And that is what Gagdi has promised us, that he is coming to have an interface that will produce not a rubber-stamped house, but a vibrant house that will attend to the needs of Nigerians, that will churn out legislations that will address the burning issues in Nigeria. It is on this note that I call on all of us to rally around behind him, to support him, to encourage him, and by the special grace of God, power belongs to God, and I hope you get it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Barrister Sunday Syriacus Umehia. We thank you very much indeed. Very quickly, I would like to breach protocol a little bit, because if this list was given to me before now, they would have spoken before the members-elect. But I just got a hold of it right now, and it is pertinent that we accommodate them with the goodwill messages. So I'd like to invite the support groups, just two representatives of the various support groups of Right Honorable Gagdi that are here. I'd like to invite Ahmed Shomoye and Barrister Farouk Tunga. Can the two of you come forward, please? Are they up there at the gallery or down here on this platform? Please, one after the other, please stick to your 2 minutes allotted and skip protocols. You may just say permit you to stand on the existing protocol so we can move with the speed that we intend to. Please go ahead. Thank you. Can we give him a round of applause, please?
Yeah, standing on the existing protocol. This is a goodwill message from coalition of support groups under the leadership of Asiwaju Project Beyond 2023. Yes, dear honorable members, our organization, the Coalition of Support Group, is persuaded by the Renew Hope Action Plan and policy direction of our incoming administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that it is incumbent to ensure that inclusion and representative of youth sector as top functionary of the incoming administration. As progressive youth and intellectuals, we have unanimously adopted you, Honorable Gagdi, as one that is capable, prepared, competent, and readily accessible to the youth of this country, and one that is in good position to champion the growth and development of the youth in Nigeria, especially when you occupy the position of number 4 citizen of this country. Your shiny credential as a brilliant, progressive, democratic, remarkable leadership qualities will throw you up as the next speaker, inshallah. Therefore, our adoption of your candidacy can only be adjudged as a right step in the right direction. No doubt, the enthronement of our candidate in the much coveted and highly competitive speakership position will not be an easy ride to power, but it's our firm belief that the leadership will listen to the voice of reason and summon the courage to give you the ultimate chance to prove your worth as a fine, reliable, and dependable statesman that you are. Consequently, we urge you to support in embarking on a massive scientific, issue-driven, result-oriented campaign and to work with all critical sectors and relevant political players to ensure your landslide victory in the ensuing contest. May the good Lord help us strengthen and uphold our efforts in this direction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Barrister Farouk Tunga, please come forward quickly. And in the same vein, you have 2 minutes, please. Please, a round of applause for him.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. My name is Barrister Ambassador Farouk Tunga, a member of the Northern State Governors Forum Committee on Youth Engagement, Priorities and Inclusion in Governance in Nigeria, and the coordinator, Arewa Frontiers, for the advancement of peace, democracy, youth, and women inclusion in governance in Nigeria. Because of the want of time, I would like to respectfully adopt all the protocol. Well, however, I would like to, with your kind permission, Right Honorable Speaker, by the special grace of God, Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi, permit me to respectfully identify and recognize one personality in our midst who, this is none other person than my own representative from my state, Right Honorable Sarki Ahiru, is here in our midst. I am deeply honored to have been asked to deliver this goodwill message. In precis, under the visionary leadership of our esteemed President, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the not too young run bill was passed into law in 2018. This is in a bid to ensure a greater participation of youth in parliament and in government in general. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, recall also last year, precisely on the 11th day of February 2022, our esteemed President, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, while playing host to the members of the APC National Youth Lobby Group at the Council Chamber Presidential Villa, mandated his Chief of Staff and the Secretary to the Government of Federation to ensure that all ministers and head of agencies include young people with the requisite skills and experience in all boards and committees of the federal government, which today we have the likes of Abdurrashid Bawa and so many young, brilliant Nigerians managing some sensitive organs of the government. To this effect, we say a very big thank you to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari for being an advocate of youth inclusion in architectural scheme in governance in Nigeria. Similarly, our new bride, the Jagaban of Nigerian Renewed Hope Agenda, and the Jagaban of the universe, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has an antecedent of assembling skills, identifying and assembling skills, competent, talented youth who will constitute a formidable team for optimum service delivery. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in light of the above, we, the members of the Northern State Governors Forum Committee on Youth Engagement, Priorities and Inclusion in Governance, and of course, that of the Arewa Frontiers for the Advancement of Peace, Democracy, and Youth and Women Inclusion in Governance, respectively and passionately appeal to our leaders, to our president, and our new bride, the yet-to-be inaugurated president, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and our governors, and all members-elect, to look inward to the direction of Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi for the 10th Speakership of the National Assembly because of the following reasons. 1, Gagdi is young. 2, Gagdi is skills. 3, Gagdi is experience. 4, Gagdi is a party loyalist. 5, Gagdi is a mentor and an inspirer to we, the youth of this country. 7, Gagdi is a bridge builder. 8, Gagdi is internationally minded. 9, Gagdi is a reformer. 10, Gagdi is an unlocker of opportunities, because when you go back to trace his antecedent, going down to his constituency, you will affirm this particular statement. 11, Gagdi is a reinvigorator to perfectly complement the renewed hope mantra of the Jagaban of the universe, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 12, Gagdi is also, most importantly, a trusted manager of resources and men. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to this effect, thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will crave our indulgence to please raise our two hands as I conclude with prayers. Ya Allah, we ask you to fill our state and national leaders with wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and discernment in favor of Right Honorable Yusuf Gagdi. Draw them to you and cause them to know and fulfill your purpose. Give us Right Honorable Gagdi. Thank you. Thank you as you listen to me. Thank you.
These are endorsements, aren't they? If they are, then please let's give them another round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Please stick to the number of minutes allotted, because we are live on TVC network as well as Channels Television Network, respectively, and they've allotted time for this live coverage. So please would like to take that into cognizance. So when you come up here, please do as much as you can to summarize in 2 minutes. The next Goodwill message, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is coming from Honorable David Umar, Gurara constituency, Kachia, representing Kachia Kagarko, Federal constituency, Kaduna State. Let's give him a round of applause, please. 2 minutes.
My name is Honorable David Umar Gurara, representing Kachia Kagarko Federal constituency. Let me stand on the existing protocol. We have engaged Gagdi since when I was a member of Kaduna State House of Assembly, and he was a speaker of Plateau, a deputy speaker of Plateau State. So we used to meet in conference and we used to talk to each other. And I know the capacity that Gagdi is installed with. I urge that we, the 10th Assembly, will be doing good to ourselves by voting Gagdi as the 10th Speaker of the National Assembly. Again, the inclusion of the youth. We could see what happened with NSAS. And since then, government has been trying to bring youth to governance. I believe we will be at the right track if Gagdi is given this opportunity to really be the Speaker of the 10th Assembly, I urge and plead with the zoning arrangement of the APC to zone the speakership to the central zone so that it will give us a direction. Thank you, and may God bless us.
Can we please give him yet another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Our very next Goodwill message is going to be coming from Honorable Member-elect Aliyu Mustafa, representing Ikara, Kubau, Federal Constituency of Kaduna State as well. Can we give him a round of applause, please?
Good afternoon, all. I would like to stand on all existing protocol. My name is Aliyu Mustafa Abdullahi, member-elect representing Ikara Kubau Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, to be inshallah, Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi, as you can see, even though he's older than me, maybe with 1 or 2 years, I have engaged with him even before I indulged into politics. He has been a very good man, a very trustworthy, and I'm very sure with people of his nature will have the kind of leadership we all expect Nigeria to have. I urge each and everyone to please come to our aid, let me use this language, because we are in need of somebody that is vibrant, very confident, to be the next Speaker of the 10th Assembly. So I would like to use this opportunity to pray to God to make you the next Speaker of the 10th Assembly by the will of God. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your kind words. Moving on, very distinguished honorable members-elect, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the honors is now on Honorable Member-elect, Honorable Peter Gendeng Bulus, Barkin Ladi Riam, Federal Constituency.
I bring greetings in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. My name is Peter Ibrahim Gendeng, Member-elect Barkin Ladi Riam, Federal Constituency. Standing here, especially my brother Gagdi will understand what it means for me to stand here. Gagdi was my leader in the 8th Assembly. He was my deputy speaker. We worked together for 4 good years before leaving me to the National Assembly. I've completed my second year, 8 years in the State House of Assembly. Now I'm here to join him. He is a person that once he's out to do something, he do it with his heart. He's a go-getter. Gagdi is a sincere person. Gagdi is a straightforward person. Once Gagdi says yes, he will not turn his back against you. We were discussing with some of my friends the day before yesterday. I said, if Gagdi is elected, to the best of my knowledge, you will not be disappointed. He is somebody that he will stand for the interests of the members of the National Assembly. I know what he did to us in the 8th Assembly. In fact, at the point, he was the one borrowing the 8th Assembly money to survive. So I stand here to congratulate you by the grace of God. If given a mandate, please do what we know you of doing. Don't change your ways. Be the leader I know you of being. I am from the PDP, and I know for me to stand here, I have the belief that you will do it for us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Did I tell you that there is a man who's got friends across board? And this is a testament from a PDP member. Please, can we please applaud Honorable Gagdi and the PDP member one more time? Thank you so very much. Just before the next Goodwill message, I'd like to recognize the presence of Honorable Mohammed Al-Makura. We'd like to appreciate your presence. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much for coming. Let me at this point in time then yield the microphone and the podium to Honorable Martin Esin, Honorable Member-elect representing Oron Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom is Songo. Can we please have him come on the stage, please? Is he here? Honorable Martin Esin. Oh, he's not here. He's not here at the moment, so would like to move on then. HMB is Honorable Esin? Okay, he's not the one. Okay, we'll keep the floor open, but I'd like that we fix our gaze on the LED screens, one to my right and one to my left. And at this point in time, would like that you watch very briefly a documentary on the person that we're here. Let me recognize my friend Otitoju, and Benga Aruleba Otitoju is of TVC. Benga Aruleba is of AIT. We'd like to welcome all of you. Can we please give all of them a resounding applause? They are veteran journalists. Thank you. So, would take the documentary at this point. Can we have the documentary and perhaps dim the light so we can all have a glimpse of what this documentary is?
The little boy, like any other child, set out on a path full of dreams and aspirations, but too young to understand what the future holds for him. 42 years ago, Yusuf Gagdi was born and raised by Malam Adamu and Hawawu Gagdi in Gum Gagdi village of Kanam local government, where he hails. The major tongue in that area is Bogam, the largest tribe, and Jar, his mother tongue.
Maliki tun tashinsa yaro ne mai kokari mai basira. Daga shigar shi majalisa na farko ya yi yunkurin kawo hanya na farko daga dangi zuwa Bauchi Bangat. Duk abin da bai taba nuna bambanci a wannan Kirista ne wannan Musulmai ne ba.
Gagdi grew up in the discipline of the Quran under the mentorship of his father, alongside his 8 siblings, 6 brothers, and 2 sisters.
Daga cikin abubuwan da shi mai girma honorable dan majalisar mu wato dan malikin Kanam kuma majanjar, wanda shi haifaffen wannan garin ne, amma daga cikin abubuwan da ya mana babbansa akwai biyan kudin makarantu na wanda yake biya wa masu gama secondary school.
Gagdi armed himself with the attributes of compassion, simplicity, with the tenets of virtue from his mother, and love for humanity, morality, and religion from his father.
As a younger brother to Right Honorable Yusuf Gagdi, growing up with him is an experience I will never forget, and I will forever be grateful for, because I have impacted many things from Right Honorable Gagdi. Right Honorable Gagdi is somebody that respects people irrespective of tribe or religion affiliation. I have wronged him many times. Is somebody that respects this word, sorry. Once you write sorry, sir, Right Honorable Gagdi will respect that sorry and forgive you immediately. Right Honorable Gagdi is like a pillar to us.
Well, first we must give God the glory. The relationship has been there for almost 25 to 30 years now. Gagdi is a man that he has been tolerating a lot throughout the relationship. And he's a kind of person that if you offended him, you apologize, he forgives you there and then. The relationship now, I will say, it has turned to a kind of a family relationship. We are one. And we understand ourselves. Yes, we tolerate each other, just like I earlier said. Gagdi is a kind of smart person. If Gagdi is dealing with you, first, you must be a kind of person that easily understands things. He thinks fast, he thinks ahead, and any assignment Gagdi, give it to you, he's expecting quality result. When I say quality result, he needs not less than 80% outcome of that assignment. And that is why people that are working with him, people that are around him, they are very smart. They know the kind of person they are dealing with. Gagdi also, he doesn't compromise any assignment given to him. He dislikes defeat, so he always wants to put his best.
A determined Gagdi who had gone through numerous challenges of learning at different stages, got admission into Federal College of Education, Pangshin in 2001. He took immediate accommodation at the security post because there was no money to rent an apartment, and going back was not an option. An institution he would later influence to make a Federal University of Education as an alumnus and member representing Pangshin Kanki Kanam at the Green Chamber. After obtaining NC
Federal Police Unification Pangshin to Federal University of Education, Pangshin was a dream come true as a result of when you consider the number of years the college has spent after establishment, as far back as 1974. A member representing Pangshin Kanki Kanam, the Federal House of Reps, single-handedly on his own
of the Student Union of FCE, a move that would later earn him a position as the personal aide of the then Deputy Speaker and member representing his constituency at the Plateau State House of Assembly, and will later hold positions at the Teachers Service Commission and Office of the Head of Service, Plateau State.
I didn't know whether to read my speech again or just say thank you and I leave. I must acknowledge that he is one of the most vocal, one of the very able and very strong and agile representatives in the National Assembly. I know a friend of mine, a minister,
which to me prompted his return as second-term member of this great constituency. He has constructed roads. He has constructed offices for district heads and village heads across the 3 local governments. He has dug so much boreholes to be able to give water to the people on this particular constituency of Pangshin Kanki Kanam. You can see the rocky area, the rocky terrain we have, but he penetrated to be able to get water for the people. And this particular project of water supply has made this particular person of the Gagdi to be one of the rated members that have performed for the constituency. He has also given scholarship, both from the secondary, primary, and at the same time tertiary institutions, for sons and daughters of the constituency to be able to go to school. And you see, this particular one is a great empowerment and that will go a long way in building the future of these particular electorates. At the same time, he has secured employment to many across the 3 local governments and Plateau State. I know some, I know many from Kanam, from Pangshin, from Kanke, and at the same time I know few outside the constituency. And at the same time, he has aligned and allowed himself to be at home all the times. All the times. He tried to come back home. He sat down with people at home, at the constituency, discussed so many things, asked us questions, asked us for what we see should be done to the people. And I also instructed him and to go around the local governments of his constituency to be able to sit down with traditional rulers. They are never politicians. They may not want to be into his office. The only thing they do is to advise him to do good and to do wonderfully well for the people. Listen to the to the traditional rulers, and at the same time elderly politicians who have seen yesterday, who have the experience and the strategy in them to be able to make water holes.
I want to be Speaker of the House of Representatives for so many reasons, but I can summarize the reasons under 2 and equally explain some of the sub-reasons under the 2 that I will put together. 1, my background as a Nigerian naturally understand Nigeria and its problems. Somebody that is born not in the local government headquarters, but in the village of a ward headquarters. And predominantly, my life was in the village. I think if you are to talk about Nigeria's problem today, you will talk about poverty, you will talk about insecurity, you will talk about education, you will talk about hospital or medically related problems. These are the crux of the Nigeria's problem. My background as a grown-up child understands this problem more than I think any other aspirant that wish to be the Speaker of the House of Representatives. With what is happening in the 4 angles of Nigeria in times of poverty, which led to insecurity, in times of poverty, which led to a lot of psychological problems among members of different families, in times of poverty, which made our youth not to have access to education, in times of poverty, which led to a lot of parents lost their life because their wards have no means of saving them or trying to do something that will get them access to advanced teaching equipment and what have you. I believe it's one of the reasons why I want to be the Speaker, because I don't only know the problem, I passed through the problem to get to where I am. So somebody that have passed through those problems, he knows what to do to collaborate with the executive arm to fix education. He knows what to do to collaborate with the executive arm. Instead of me riding motorcycle or bicycle, on the 4th of April 1997, in a journey of only 47 kilometers, I spent about over 3 hours to arrive the local government headquarters because of the terrain nature of the road leading to my village. It means I am not told the problem of basic infrastructure in times of bad roads across Nigeria. I am a victim of that. I have passed through that. I have grown through it. I have seen it. I have felt it. It has touched me. So therefore, I will not be handling the problem as someone that is only told about the problem like others. If I become the Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives, I will practicalize the solution to the problems like I have practicalized passing through the problems. Now, that is one. On the other hand, I managed to, through the will of God, to get to where I am, to become a state financial secretary of the ruling party then, to become chairman of Lower Benue River Basin Development Authority at the point, a chairman of federal board, to become a member of the State Assembly, Plateau State House of Assembly, to again be elected a deputy speaker of that State Assembly, to chair a committee in Plateau when there were crises in the four angles of Plateau State. I was made the chairman of the Special Committee on Peace, Security and Reconciliation, a committee that I chaired for over 1 year and gave recommendation to the government and to the Plateau State House of Assembly that led to the establishment of Peace Agency of Plateau State, where the agency did well and some governors decided to copy the bill from that of Plateau. Today, that agency has played a prominent role in ensuring that crisis in the four angles of Plateau reduced to the barest minimum throughout the tenure of Governor Simon Bakola Long. National Assembly 10 members elect should elect a person that knows the problem, that touched the problem, that have passed through the problem. He will know a solution to the problem by collaborating with the federal government. Secondly, in the area of participation as a speaker to sort out and solve those problems, I believe I have the experience to do so. Having presided over a state assembly, make laws in the state assembly before coming to the National Assembly, I think the power of the gavel will not, and practicalizing the use of the gavel will not be a new thing to me, having used a gavel at the state level. Although someone will say that was at the state level. But legislators, parliaments are parliaments, states are states, federal government are federal government. Process of passing laws obviously and certainly are the same. So I don't think it will be a difficult thing for me to do. But again, in my 3 years in the National Assembly, why I want to be the speaker, I think if you are to talk about experience, some people talk about experience and they count it based on number of years you spend in the National Assembly. You can spend 20 years in the National Assembly, but you may not have the experience of someone that spent 3 years. I'm a good example of that. If I just came to the National Assembly and within 3 years, I have sponsored 21 bills, 20. And out of those 20 bills, Mr. President have assented to. It means Nigerians have accepted 6 of my bills by virtue of President putting his signature on those bills. Then, if you are in the National Assembly, House of Representatives, let me limit myself there, or all Parliament, and you are 20 years or 24 years, or you have been there from 2019 till date, you have never moved, and you have not had the privilege of sponsoring 1 or 2 private member bills, or you have 2 in 20 years, from 1999 till date, and someone is coming from 2019, about 4 years ago, and he was able to sponsor private member bill, 20, and 6 were assented to by Mr. President. I think I am more experienced than any other person that is contesting to be the speaker. Because I don't think out of all of us, there is a person that will tell you within 3 years, he has funded, sponsored, follow up, lobbied, and 6 of his private members' bill signed by the President of the Federal Republic. It do not exist. I have not seen that record anywhere in both the Senate and the House of Representatives. I have told you reasons that I am from North Central for the simple fact of equity, justice, and fairness. It should be zoned to us. And again, my age, that youth must have equally the opportunity to hold one of the strategic offices in the Nigerian political system. These are some of the reasons that inspired me to say that I have to contest, and I am contesting for the seat of the speakership of the House of Representatives.
Can we please put our hands together one more time, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi in Alaeda, the incoming speaker. Can we have that applause for him, please? We'll take 2 more Goodwill messages. We have decided to shorten that or abridge it. The documentary is actually a 31-minute documentary, which documents virtually everything has done, being a member of the House of Representatives in his capacity And I can tell you, he does have the experience, the cognate experience that is required. Please applaud him one more time. Let me recognize the presence of Honorable Bugaje. We'd like to thank you very much for coming. Please put your hands together for him. We also have with us here Bala Malgui, my brother and friend. We'd like to appreciate your presence. Honorable Joshua Ghana is member-elect representing Lavun Mokwa Edati Federal Constituency of Niger State. We'd like to welcome you. Can we give him a round of applause? Dr. Halima Osman, National Northern Woman Leader, Bola Tinubu Solidarity Organization is here with us. We'd like to thank you. As we also recognize the presence of Mohammed Gudaje Kazaure, representing Kazaure, Roni, Giwa, Yaun, Kashi, Jiwa, and Jigawa states. Can we please put our hands together for him? And he's here, he has to speak to us. Can we please give him Honorable Gudaji Kazauri another round of applause?
Thank you very much. First of all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My name is Honorable Mohammed Gudaji Kazaure, member representing Kazaure, Rol, Biwa, and Emkash. I am from Jigawa State. Today is a very important day, and it's a day that people supposed to open their eye and hear what I can say. When we emerged as a members-elect in 2015, I contested for speaker, where I meet that only ranking member can be a speaker. I fight the ranking because in 2015, I came to the House when I defeated the most senior ranking member in the House. He's 16 years in the House. When I defeated him, I came. And that is my reason. I told them that I am a ranking member. So we fight up to the limit whereby Mr. President called us and tell me to withdraw and follow the standing order of the House. Because it's not a constitution. It's just tradition of the National Assembly. When you come as a new, they will say you cannot preside or be a principal officer, which is just a tradition of the House. But later I struggled. Before I even enter chamber, Nigerians know that there is one Honorable Gudaji already going in the 8th Assembly. So today, I came to support the speakership race that my brother joined, which he deserved to be the Speaker of the 10th Assembly. Forget with everything. We have to come to reality. The 9th Assembly, we came into the 9th Assembly and we are about to finish without any problem or crisis in the House. But there is many lapses, which we saw it, within the leadership of the House. And we need assembly that will help Nigerian people. We need assembly that will oversight the project, not assembly that will keep the members in the hotel and settle them there and come back. I believe members elect shall look carefully. They should forget money. They should forget everything, because the worst thing is when you elected a person and later on he didn't deliver it as it is. The members should start regretting. Yusuf Gagdi came in the 9th Assembly. As I came late, I saw it in his brief. He passes bill which he breaks the history of the National Assembly as a new member. Seriously. He passed 10 bills and 6 of them was assented into law by the president. No member in the history of Nigeria, no new member came to the House and do that. When we are in the floor of the House, when you see 360 of us, when Gagdi raised to speak, you will know that he has a legislative experience. Because when he emerged as a deputy speaker in Plateau State, the procedures in the National Assembly and there is the same, only small changes. And when he came to the House, he just treated the House like a state assembly because everything is the same, and which later he became champion. We have people that are looking for this position. Among of them, I recognize Yusuf Gagdi, not because it's my friend, because I know he's the man deserved to do the job. The major contestant is Betara. Betara is with Gagdi 100%. Likewise, Gagdi is with Betara 100%. There is no any misunderstanding between them, because when we are in the flow, they understand each other, they know each other. Why I say I mention only two, Betara, he is a good man and a very gentle man and very silent. The only things with him, he don't say no. He don't say no. Whenever you came with him, you post him, he will say yes. And he is not outspoken in the public too much. His behavior, he's a good man. But in terms of the speaker, you need a person that will say no. Seriously. That is the only difference. I advise the members, and from this place I am planning to meet Betara to come and join Gagdi. Because Betara is now trying to take his position back. Because I can remember in 2015, with the struggling and the help of Betara, Dogara emerged as a speaker. Single-handedly, better work too much. And he made sure they brought Dogara, they defeated Femi, which is the most, because we were invited, all members elect, we do a dinner with the president. President begged us, tell us to vote for Femi. The party and our governors tell us to go for party supremacy, to respect the party, and we obey our governors. We are here in this hotel, 242 members, up to 6 a.m. the day the election will take place. They take us in boxes. They are counting us. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to blow 242, and Femi need only 181 to win. But unfortunately, Femi, we are 242. So Femi has confidence that he won. He already won. But when we enter that chamber, because it's a Mafian house, before you can say anything, the thing turned like this, and like this, and like this. What are you surprised? When Betero come in, 15 minutes before starting the election, I see Betero with some people. They are doing couscous, they are doing couscous. But because we have confidence, because we know we are 242, we have confidence. Dogo use that confidence and even show that already Femi has won. He starts celebration, telling people as he wants. But to be surprised when they start counting. When they start counting. Before, for the first time, they say, pay me, pay me, pay me. We are happy. Our number is correct. But when they start paying me, they start Dogara. Before you can say, Dogara don't win, we are surprised. We see where these people come from. So why I say this house is a Mafian house, when we are here having a meeting, that 242, they are calling Femi. Among of that 242, they are counting themselves. Almost 70 people are Dogara people. But they join us here. When they count us, they minus there. They call on phone. Here we are 240, when we withdraw, so we add there. And when they use that things and win the election. In 2019, we come back. They still show Femi. And that is, Betera is contesting. But when we go, we beg Betera, please come, let's join. Fortunately, he don't have, I told you, he don't say no. He don't say no. When we say, please, withdraw, he say, yes, I withdraw. So, with his contribution, Femi emerged as a speaker. So, my assuming is, Betera is the father of the house. He brought speaker. So let him stay as a master and the boss in the house. That is what he's supposed to be. Because he brought the speaker in the 8th assembly, he brought the speaker in the 9th assembly. So he's supposed to bring Gagdi as a speaker in the 10th assembly. And inshallah, we have that hope. Things will settle, inshallah. Lastly, I am calling the attention of newly members-elect. When you enter that house, your responsibility and your future is a speaker. Because if speaker plan for the members, you will succeed. If speaker abandon the members, you will suffer in your constituencies. Because the nature of the house is you have to get a project to get something for your people. That is because nobody will help you in the hereafter. It's only here person will help you and you help others. We are in the 9th Assembly. Majority oppose that we don't have a good committees. Members, we are always assisted by Gagdi. He's a new member, but anytime, unexpected, Gagdi will call you. Please meet me, I have important issue with you. The more he came, he will tell you, I know you don't have committee. Please take this for your people. Without requesting. And all in his life, he is always trying, he is the only person advise the speaker in the right way. So, in terms of goodness, welfare, that one I give him 1,000%. And I have confidence when he emerges as a speaker, he will protect the members' integrity because he have a plan and I saw the plan. I am sure if Gagdi became a speaker, he will break history in this country. Because I have confidence he will be the best speaker from 1999 to date. He is a man of integrity. He is a man of integrity. That is why we should forget everything. Members should concentrate and make sure he emerges as a speaker because I am sure, even from the welfare, members will know that a good speaker has come. So, what he did, I can say, let me say one thing in the manifesto. He did one thing which, if he did that as a speaker, not even members, Nigerian people will love him and people, he will put government in line. That issue of oversight. Yusuf Gagdi said if he became a speaker, the time of oversight should shut down the house. Let the committees go around the nation, oversight all the projects, came back to the house, report to the speaker on the Pulu, one by one, and we make sure that that project is going smoothly. So, if you oversight project in this nation, you will tackle corruption almost 70%. Because that is where the money is diverted. Anybody you see is a project money. You will see project in budget by name. Where is the project? Inside the pocket. That is what is going. But this oversight that he said he did it, project will meet to the grassroots. Anywhere all the money budgeted for the people will go for the people. Okay. So this is the reason why I said he will bring a new assembly. So I am appealing to the newly elected members and the ranking members, they should not do mistake which will lead them to regret. These two people, they are the only people of integrity. I am in the house since 2015, Betara and him. Because that others, they are all my friends. I know them, they are hyenas. You cannot give hyena meat and say it will not eat. That is the reality. I will say it as it is. Only these two people. And I tell you the lapses of Mr. Yes. So that is my contribution. I pray for Allah to put his light in this race and give Yusuf Gagdi Speaker of the 10th Assembly, and may Almighty Allah guide him to break the history for doing good in this country. Thank you very much. I wish everyone back home safely, inshallah.
Thank you very much. Can you please give it up for Honorable Bugatti one more time? Thank you very much. You've spoken very well. I just recognize the presence of Honorable Saba Ahmed A, representing Edu Moro, Pategi, Federal Constituency, Kwara State. Honorable Sekav Zua, Sekav Zua Yotium, Boroko, Federal Constituency, Benue State. And I'd also like to recognize the presence of Alhaji Ibrahim Modibo, a veteran journalist and a very close friend of the incoming speaker, all things being equal by the special grace of God. Time will not permit us to take other goodwill messages because time is fast spent. I did tell you that we are live on TVC network as well as Channels television networks, and our time is running out really fast. And it is pertinent at this juncture that I then invite the man in the eye of a storm, the man whom many speakers have told you that when it comes to cognitive experience, he has it. The man who would say yes, but also say no when it's important to say no. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite to speak to us at this auspicious time the man who has brought what is called Gagdemocracy, the man with the Gagdemocracy. That will be unveiled when this unveiling is done after his speech. I'd like you to please join me in welcoming the next speaker by the grace of God of the House of Representatives, 10th National Assembly. Let's welcome Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi. I can't hear that applause for him.
We may be seated, please, and thank you for the honor. It's so difficult to speak after so many speakers have said a lot of things about me that I am only reminded about them today. But again, it's a message that is good to be good. So thank you, and God bless you all. Let me respectfully stand on already established protocol and to say that distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and fellow honorable members of the House of Representatives, elect and ranking. I don't call them new members in any way. I call them members elect, because if I was carried away by the name new member, all the achievements mentioned here would not have been possible. I'm therefore deeply honored by your presence here today. You all sincerely welcome for taking your time out of your busy schedule to be here with me today. The House of Representatives is supposed to be embodiment of our nation's democracy. It is supposed to be an arena where members elected by the people of Nigeria, representing religion, tribes, and various interests, negotiate the conditions for nationalhood and to set the terms of our nation's development. Therefore, we should not take the House of Representatives for granted. And we should take it equally very important. For too long, the story of Nigeria has been a tale of promise, unfulfilled and hope deferred. For too long, we have postponed the hard decision upon which progress depends. We can no longer afford, therefore, to fall short of the best expectation and for our country to prosper. We can no longer take it for granted that things will get better or that the bill of our mistake will be overlooked. In Nigeria, it is to survive and to go forward. And to change the way we do our business of government, we must therefore have a presiding officers in the National Assembly that mean well for the people of this country. The work we do in the House of Representatives can yield more or vital fulfillment for all Nigerians. The House of Representatives can be a place from where we launch the lifeboats that carry our people from poverty to prosperity, from insecurity to safety, and from fear to comfort, and from running for the office of the Speaker of the 10th Assembly. I do know in my heart of heart that I will do the best to the people of Nigeria. It has been the honor of my life to serve the people of Panshinkanke Kanam Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives and to serve the Nigerian people in the 9th House of Representatives. I have had the opportunity in the course of serving to observe and learn from my most senior colleagues in the House. It has been a privilege to serve under the distinguished leadership of my boss, Right Honorable Femi Hakim Bajabia Mila, and to learn from his experience and expertise. I'm grateful for his example of leadership and service. I thank him for his service to our nation, and I look forward to building on his achievement in office. Fellow Nigerians, there are those who, from moment of their birth, seems to destined to hold high in politics, public service and government. There are those whose paths to leadership in commerce and business were carved before they were born. I was not one of those people. I was born in a small village of Gum in Gagdi ward of Kanam local government area of Plateau State. My father was a religious teacher and my mother kept the home. There wasn't much to keep. Ours was a story of survival against the desperate odds. My parents work hard, and so did I. So I do. Everybody else, but was never enough. Like millions of Nigerians, our world was small. Our lives were hard and often short, and our dreams were limited by the desperate need to make it through each day. Education saved my life. Really, education saved my life. With education and the help and guidance of my mentors along the way, I made it out of GUM, and I made something of myself. My public service is inspired by the hard lesson of my own life. Education and opportunity saved my life, and I am determined to ensure that millions of others can be saved just like I was. This has been at the heart of my public service and will continue to be so. When the 10th House of Representatives convene in a few weeks, I expect a lot of things to happen. But here is a little story I want to tell you. I want Nigerians watching us to know that there can be anything. God can make the impossible to be possible. I was born on the 5th of November 1980. I never knew in my wildest imagination that I will stand before Nigerians to address Nigeria in my capacity as a representative of the people of Panjshir, Kanke Kanam Federal Constituency, let alone addressing Nigerians as one of the persons that wish to be their own servant in the capacity of being the Speaker of the House of Representatives. I was privileged to leave my village that have no tar roads, no electricity, no drinking water. Only one borehole existed in my village. I left the village on the 4th of April 1997. It means, therefore, that prior to 1997, Right Honorable Yusuf Gagdi have never known how tar road look like, let alone electricity. But this is not even the story. The story that led to my relocation from my village to the local government headquarters is something that I want Nigerians to listen to, so that they will know that there is hope for Nigeria. My mother was sick. She almost lost her left breast with an infection that the local doctor in our village said that he will take off her left breast. I had gathered and put together 27 bundles of firewood with a small cassava farm that I used to assist my father in feeding my siblings. I was a boy in one of the person that had a grinding machine where he ground maize, millet, and corn. In the evening, the remnants of the maize, millet, and corn that pour on the ground is what I will regrind and take to my mother to feed my siblings. I sold the 7 bundles of firewood, sold my small cassava farm to pay for SSCE. But I said to my mom, they will not take your left breast. I prefer to defer my academics to make sure you are alive. I took her on a bicycle to Dengi Kanam, the local government headquarters, where in the Coaches Hospital they discovered it wasn't a cancer, it was an infection. In 32 days, she was treated and discharged. Today, she's alive. If there is any achievement of my dint of hard work that I am proud of, is that commitment of 27 bundles of firewood and small cassava farm that saved the life of my mother. I am who I am because of my mother and my father. So if I come through that way and defer academics, went back to the village in 1997 to farm granite, and again registered for SSC in 1999. got admission in ABU Zaria, but because I had no money, I decided to go to a teacher training institute, College of Education, Panjshir, an institution that today I have funded and sponsored a private members bill that transformed it to a status of Federal University of Education. It means, therefore, that there is hope for Nigeria. But the greater hope for this country is the president we have. The president we have, and the president that will be sworn in. I know President Muhammadu Buhari as a greater Democrat who have tolerated a lot and who have managed the so many rotten pages of Nigeria and took Nigeria to where it is today. I am confident that this our president-elect, a talent hunter, Bola Ahmed Tinubu Asiwaju, will take Nigeria to the promised land. I am optimistic that our president-elect is a talent hunter, and I declare to all Nigerians that Asiwaju will find one of the best talent in Yusuf Adamu Gagdi to partner with and take Nigeria to the promised land. I have my plans that will be inaugurated today, but I do not only produce the plan to inaugurate what I will do as a speaker if elected. I came with a compendium of my achievements in the last 3 years as a member representing Panjshir Kanke Kanam Federal Constituency. Why did I do this? So that members-elect will see what I have done as a member representing a constituency within 3 years. It will convince them to know that my plan is not just a plan. It will be a plan just like I had a blueprint as a member, and the blueprint come to pass. My plan shall come to pass if elected as a Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives. I'm not here to talk against anyone. I'm here to talk about myself. I have 4 or 5 reasons, as some of them were put together, why I want to be Speaker. It is all put together here. The one that is not here is my personal life. But the Gagdi plan of our slogan of One Nation Forward Together is quite comprehensive, built under 2 sections. As a teacher who have NCE in Social Studies double major. As a teacher who have a first degree in Economics Education. As a teacher who have masters in Conflict Management and Peace Studies. As a teacher who have masters in Intelligence and Global Securities. As a teacher who is a PhD in Waiting in Security and Strategic Studies. I developed my plan for the 10th House of Representatives myself. So I will not open it. I will talk to it as a scholar. It has 2 components. One is the reform of the House of Representatives. What do I mean by the reform of the House of Representatives? And 2 aspects. The second aspect of the plan that I will implement as a Speaker is public sector priorities, public policy priorities. Under the reform of the House of Representatives, I intend, if given me the mandate, I shall reform the House of Representatives by providing a legislative agenda. Yes, Mr. Speaker, Femi Bajabiamila Hakim have a legislative agenda. But I want, if given me your mandate, as part of the reform I intend to undertake as a Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives, is to have a bill that will legitimize legislative agenda. Or in other words, to have a standing committee in the House rules of the House of Representatives that recognize committee on legislative agenda. The committee on legislative agenda shall be vested with a lot of responsibility of providing framework for identifying legislative priorities. I will not be a speaker that will be tolerating bills I will be a speaker that have that standing committee that will have the objective, what we intend to achieve as a 10th House of Representatives. I will reform our oversight. Gudaji Kazaure said something. At times I'm like him. Don't mind him anyway. And don't mind our tenses as politicians. The most important thing is to communicate and for you to understand what we communicate. So I doff my cap for you, my dear brother, Honorable Gudaji Kazaure. The oversight responsibility is part of the reform I want to undertake. It is the constitutional mandate of Parliament to oversee the implementation of laws, formulation of government policies, and superintending over the expenditure of funds from public posts of government. Why are we failing? Why is it that we don't have tar road to my village, Gagdi? Why is it that we don't have hospitals across Nigeria? Why is it that our educations are not working? Is it because we don't have the natural resources and the money to provide for those things? The answer is no. It is because the Parliament have failed in its responsibility of discharging sincere oversight commitments. If we oversight the executive the way it is supposed to be oversight, projects implemented the way they are supposed to be implemented, definitely we will have a better Nigeria. I assure Nigerians and I assure Mr. President-elect that Yusuf Adamu Gagdi will provide that robust support for him to succeed in ensuring Nigeria is transformed as one of the best world economies. I am confident that President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu have the capacity to do that, but only with the support of people that mean well for him in his government. And I'm sure I'm one of those that mean well for Nigerian people. In addition to the oversight engagement, where we need to strengthen it, the House of Representatives, the crafters of Nigeria's constitution, knew what they were doing to say we should have a House of Representatives. The entire Nigerians cannot supervise ministries, agencies, and departments of government. That is why few of us privileged to be chosen constitutionally, we are donated with the responsibility of doing that. Therefore, we don't need to hide what we oversight to Nigerians. I will come up with a public website in the National Assembly that each committee's oversight will be publicized for Nigerians to see what agencies and departments of government are doing to be able to hold chairmen of committees and representatives of theirs accountable for what they are elected to do. I will, if given me the mandate, do a lot by considering different approach to establishment bills where it takes attention of the House of Representatives. My blueprint, my manifesto, called Gagdi Plan, One Nation Forward Together, will alter the way our voting procedures is. I have seen something in amendment of the INEC, Independent National Electoral Law, as well as the petroleum industry bill during the voting. It created problem. If the House of Representatives is really the house for the Nigerian people, nothing stops us from adopting a unique way of voting by recording our decisions electronically. I will be the speaker that will make your representative fellow Nigerians vote publicly for you to know whether they vote for or against any policy and decisions of government. That will increase transparency in the conduct of the affairs of governance in Nigeria. I will structure our debates where the House of Representatives will not be bipartisan. I will tolerate views of the minority parties. I will respect constructive decisions. I will allow the House to be the 10th Assembly in which the NNPP member, the Labour Party member, the PDP member, the APC member, the Young People Party member will debate based on merit, not based on political party sentiment, tribal sentiment, and or religious sentiment. I will be that speaker. I will ensure that laws that are friendly to women, youths, and people with disability are priorities of the 10th House of Representatives. The youths and the women contribute over 70 to 80% of election activities. The young people of Nigeria, politicians, some use us as political talks. Some politicians use us as vote canvassers. Some politicians use us as a security of their ballot box. But when it comes to sharing position, the youths are left behind. That is why the second reason why I want to be the speaker is if we have a father and a father who is a Democrat, who have transformed Lagos from one of the bad economy to one of the most digital and sophisticated economy in Africa, above 50, Vice President of Nigeria above 50, Senate President obviously above 50, we will not want as youths who have contributed immensely to the democratization process, who have protected your ballot boxes, who have been in some instances used as talks to ensure electoral victory. I think it is time for the youths of this country to take their destinies in their own hands. I'm sure you've heard the young men that have spoken here. We will be grateful to Asiwaju in searching for talent to allow the youth occupy the number 4th position in the Nigerian political hierarchy. I think that is fair if that is done to us. I want to call on the youth of this country to support me, to show the elders that we can do better than what they are doing, to show the elders that it is time to begin to train and groom leadership, to show the elders that we need the reward for our commitment in the survival of democracy in Nigeria. The third reason is not far from what I have been saying, not as a young man, not as my biography, being someone like I have said, that I do not only read Nigeria's problem in the course of my studies, I am a victim of the problems. I have passed through the problems. And that is why I have gray hair at 42 years old. I will not wish for any young man to pass through what I have passed through. And that is why from State Assembly till this moment, I keep on paying that NECO, WAEC, JAM, SSCE to all the public, private, missionary, and all other secondary schools within my federal constituencies of Panshin, Kanke, Kanam Federal Constituency. That is why in the last 3 years or 4, I have provided borehole water in all the 426 polling units of my constituency. And that is why, because of the respect I have for my parents, I have built a palaces to all the 22 third-class traditional rulers of my constituency, which each amounted to about 134 million. I respect them. And that is why I have supported the people living with disability by providing way movement to them. And that is why I want to be a servant leader, someone that is willing to serve the people of Nigeria. Finally, my last reason. Our president-elect I am following on his footsteps as someone that is elected based on his potentials, based on his antecedents, based on what he means for Nigeria. I cannot remember as an APC member where Mr. President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was endorsed as a consensus candidate for our party. No. It was only Zone 2, the southern part of Nigeria. I give my respect to the northern governors who came out at that time to say that the North have produced a president for 8 years in the spirit of justice, peace, equity, and fairness. The presidency should be zoned to the southern Nigeria, and it stopped there. It is the delegates that Nigerians under APC gave them the power to choose who they want, that in their wisest decision decided to vote for our leader and our president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want that same spirit of justice, equity, and fairness to play in the elections of the 10th Speaker of the House of Representatives. It is ideal that we have 6 geopolitical zones. In the north, we have 3, the northwest, the northeast, and the north central. History has shown that the northwest have had Gali Umar Naaba, Salisu Buhari, Aminu Masari, and Tambuwal as speaker. History has shown that the northeast have had our brother, Right Honorable Dogara as speaker. But from 1999 till date, the North Central had no single speaker in the history of democratic process. I urge our president-elect, who is a talent hunter, who is a Democrat, to support the party to zone the speakership to the north, and in the same spirit of justice, equity, and fairness that was shown in the presidential election of 2023, let it be zoned to the north, and let the North Central that have never produced speaker from 1999 till date be given that privilege of justice, equity, and fairness to produce speaker. I am not converging for supporters, lobbyists. That is why I hardly lobby the way other people lobby. I want you, the members elect, to endorse me and to see prospect in me as your Speaker of the 10th Assembly. But I want the leaders of this nation to, what is good for the good is equally good for the gander. Let the speakership be zoned to the north. And just like delegate of APC, we are allowed to choose who they want. Let the North Central, let the members elect be allowed to choose whosoever they feel he have the capacity to deliver dividends of democracy and good governance to the Nigerian people. If this is done, I think fairness is done. I urge us all to look at Nigeria and to support our dear President, Muhammadu Buhari, to finish and end his tenure well, and to pray. I have seen that the President-elect needs prayers to be surrounded by sincere and honest people that will give him genuine advice for the transformation of Nigeria. We should pray for him, for God to give him the wisdom and enablement to do justice to the people of this country. To you, my colleagues, members-elect, I didn't affirm as a member. I did that because I want to remember that one day I will ask for my stewardship. I did agree to hold the Holy Quran and swear during my inauguration because I don't want to fail. If you want to affirm not that there is a day of judgment, that our stewardship, the suffering of each member that either voted you or do not vote for you, God will ask you one day, how have you defended and protected them as their representative? Let us open our eyes, to borrow from the words of my brother, open our eyes but to listen. That is what Gudaji Kazaure said, and you are laughing. I told you will laugh too because I'm not Gudaji Kazaure in any case. So I call on you to be fair, to be honest, to try and do your utmost best by ensuring that we elect a leader that will help this country. I will continue to be a law-abiding party member, just like I have ever been. I will be an advocate of justice, equity, and fairness. I will not be deterred by any act that seems to undermine the principle of justice, the principle of equity, and the principle of fairness. My manifesto, therefore, is, I'm presenting it to you today. It's articulate, that talk about internal reforms and a lot of policies like I have earlier summarized in the course of my presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not conclude this speech without reminding us that 24 years ago, since the return of democracy, the Nigerian people have rightly come to expect more from their parliamentary representative. The ability of the House of Representatives to effectively meet those expectations depends on the quality, capacity, and dedication of members who serve in the parliament. It also depends on how the internal operations of the House are structured, designed, and funded. When the House of Representatives spends, it is not a good use of resources for Parliament to spend all of the time on establishment bill, but rather to do something different that will help us. I'm therefore thankful to you as I conclude, but we need to open the operations of the House of Representatives to the Nigerian people, so that Nigerian people will know and understand what their elected representatives are doing in the House of Representatives. Finally, I wish to thank you sincerely as I ask for your support and support of all Nigerians who share my beliefs that our nation needs to embark on a new constructive course. I seek the support of my colleagues, members-elect in the 10th House of Representatives, who share my conviction that the House of Representatives should be an arena of critical conversations about the present and future of Nigeria, about who we are and whom we hope to be. I ask you all to join hands with me in the united effort to overcome the limitation of our past and present, reach for stars, and achieve the highest aspirations, and unite us as one nation under God. Let us together make real the dream of one nation moving forward. I thank you once again, and I thank you all for being here today and for watching me from wherever you are, here at home in Nigeria or abroad. May God bless you. May His grace protect all of you, and may His mercies guide all of us. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
A big round of applause for him. Thank you so very much.
At this juncture, let me have the singular honor and privilege to invite my friends and my family members, whom we will be eating, sitting, talking, and fighting together in the next 4 years. The members-elect who are here, and I extend the apology of many of you who travel for burials and for wedding, because this event falls on Saturday. For those of you that are here, with the specific apologies of the Speaker, of Edo State House of Assembly who left for a meeting that has to do with this project with about 17 members. Those of you that are here, let me have the singular honor and privilege to invite you to join me in unveiling our manifesto called the Gagdi Plan. Somebody say the Gagdemocracy. Thank you for inventing that word. And for equally unveiling the compendium of my achievements in the last 4 years. Distinguished honorable members, you are so invited to join me on the podium, please.
Please, only honorable members and members-elect, please, for now. Please, because the space we have is quite limited. And so you'll be joined by your colleagues. Right Honorable Gagdi, please come this way. The rest of you are going to stand around these. You're going to stand around it, around the box. Right Honorable, no, this way, sir. You have the scissors. Professor Al-Hassan Ghani, Professor Saleh Mohammed Kanam, Deputy Speaker, Plateau State House of Assembly, please join us. And woman leader, please join us here. Woman leader, please join them here. And DG of his campaign should also join us.
I have the singular honor and privilege to unveil the 10th Assembly Manifesto of my intention, tagged the Gagdi Plan, One Nation Forward Together, for the good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations. So you pick a copy of this Gagdi plan, pick a copy each. Pick a copy each, and then we'll take pictures. Every member should pick a copy, please. Sorry, madam. Every member is expected to pick a copy each. You can stand in the front. This is do we all have a copy? Just have a copy and hold it to your chest. Don't allow it cover your face. With Right Honorable Gagdi in the middle. Right Honorable Gagdi will be in the middle. As you hold that to your chest, we can move that table away. Please, Right Honorable Gagdi will be in the middle. And surrounded, yes. No, up here. Up here. Please take that thing down. Completely. Take it out from there. It's blocking the views. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is the official presentation of the manifesto of the Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi, the incoming Speaker of the House of Representatives, 10th House of Representatives, called the Gagdi Plan to the entire country of Nigeria. More copies are here for those who do not have. And so we do this presentation to the glory of God and to the benefit of mankind, humanity, and the entire Nigeria. Congratulations. Please, a round of applause for them as they go back to their seats. Thank you very much. You may go back to your seats. Thank you very much. You may return to your seats. Please, members, don't leave the hotel premises. There's an announcement, but you are expected to all meet and converge at room 312, Transcorp Hilton here, for further briefings, please. All of you. Can we please go downstairs to our seats? Please return to your seats. Can you return to your seats? Honorable members-elect, please return to our seats. Very quickly, because time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. I want to be inviting very quickly because we have just a few minutes left on Channels Television and TVC. In the light of that, please let's settle down. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. There's a vote of thanks, and after the vote of thanks will be departures. So I invite very quickly a director from the campaign office of Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi to please come and move the vote of thanks. Honorable Inaligwe Jambi, please, the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to maintain on behalf of the Yusuf Gagdi. Thank you very much. On behalf of the Yusuf Gagdi campaign organization, we want to sincerely thank all our invited guests, all the members-elect present here, senators, invited guests, support groups, religious leaders for finding time to participate in this occasion. We thank you sincerely, and we pray that may the Almighty God guide and grant you journey mercies to your various destinations. We thank you and we appreciate you, and let's keep the ball rolling till the 10th National Assembly is declared, where we will work assiduously for the election of Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi as the Speaker of the 10th Assembly. Thank you very much, and may God guide you all to your various destinations. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Please let's have the national anthem at this point. The national anthem, please. Thank you very much. Members-elect are meeting at 312. Please, members-elect only to meet at room 312 here at the Transcorp Hilton. Only members-elect, please. Only members-elect and members of the House of Representatives, please. 312. Thank you very much, and do have yourselves a great day. God bless.